Hello everyone, this is me, Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show, and thank you to everybody who's come in, new people, subscribers, all the thumbs up and likes we get, and comments. Thank you so much, it's encouraging. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell, that will remind you when we release new videos. Please give it a thumbs up and comment so it helps the algorithm, and you can join our Patreon where we do Jack's Joke of the Week. For exclusive content, it's just $1 a month starting out, or you can go higher and get more benefits. Also, you can donate to PayPal one time with a one-time donation. All this will be in the description below. You can also join our social medias like Discord, Reddit, and we also have Instagram, TikTok, WordPress, where we have a blog. Now, with all those wonderful pleasantries out of the way, I have to say that I have loved a lot of RPG series over the years, like Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Chrono Trigger, the Secret of Mana series, Illusion of Gaia. Thanks to anybody who remembers that one.
Dragon
Quest. I have loved a lot of these series. Phantasy Star Online and Phantasy Star outside of the online series. I have to say, besides Pokemon, my other favorite RPG, and Fire Emblem, is Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are games that I have played hundreds upon hundreds of hours. I don't just want to complete the game or play the games, I want to complete them. I want to 100% them. I want to go back and play it again. I have played over 600 hours of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I can tell you a lot of things about the characters from Zeke and Pandy to Pyra and Mithra, Rex, and Nia. My heart, Pyra are my favorite characters in the game, and Jen and Malos. I love that game. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1. The Great Shulk and Fiora and Dunban, Ryan, Milena, Ricky, and all these characters just have places in my heart. Xenoblade Chronicles X with all of its gorgeous world, and I like the fact that you can jump as high as you want off of a place and you won't get hurt. That's because of the planet and it's the way it's structured and stuff. And it doesn't take away from the games of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, but I love that in Xenoblade Chronicles X. I would just go up to the highest peak I could and just jump off and
it's almost, you can honestly say they're more real open world. Because
they're linear in story structure, but they're open with how big their worlds are. You gotta remember, it was Xenoblade Chronicles 1 that really opened the floodgates for how RPGs could be presented, especially JRPGs with how big it was. You didn't have these little small areas that you go through from one to another, and I don't mind that. Octopath Traveler does that, and I love that game. I'm just saying that with Xenoblade Chronicles, it changed the game. I cannot wait to see what Monolith Soft does with the next Xenoblade Chronicles. Player Essence said that he has an inside source that says that Monolith Soft's next game is either going to be their new IP or another Xenoblade game, and I would welcome either. I love the Xenoblade Chronicles series, so now that I talked your head off about what this series means to me, I'm going to tell you what I think we'll see in the next Xenoblade game. Will it be X2 or 3? I don't know.
I don't mean to interrupt, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I love the mechs.
I
wish they would bring mechs back to the game, but that is such a unique gameplay to it. I wish they would bring the mechs back.
I do too. Can we get into this? What do I think will be in they'll do with the next Xenoblade game? I think they're going to streamline the combat. They've been doing it, like Torn of the Golden Country, a lot of people said was their favorite play-wise, because the combat was still complex and had a lot of deep mechanics, but it was simplified to where anybody can understand it. That Nintendo gameplay mechanic of easy understand, but it takes a lot of skill to master it. So I think they're going to make it easier to swap people in future games.
I don't think they're going to do blades again.
No, I don't think they're going to do blades. I think that was unique to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Each Xenoblade game is different. I like that. They're not the same. I think in the next one, you're going to have partners you team up. Do you want a defense and an offensive person together, or do you want two defensive people or two offensive people? I think you're going to see a new system that's kind of innovative, that you can switch between two main characters and have different powers, and you can map them on the fly.
Also, something I don't know how very popular this is, but I also think they're going to go back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. You're going to be able to make your own character. I don't think there's going to be another Shulk or Rex.
I think that will be exclusive to the X series.
Oh, okay.
I think the number ones are going to have people like Rex and Shulk. I could be wrong. You could be absolutely right, because you got to remember, X is a part of the Xenoblade Chronicles series.
That's what I mean. I was thinking that X's grandson would be the protagonist, great grandson, and I thought, wait a minute, what if they took a left turn on this? Like Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Yeah, you make your own character. I could be wrong, but they may go that route again.
It's possible. There is no wrong answer on this. No, we're both giving our opinion what we think be in the next Xenoblade. I think the next one is going to take a lot from X in the fact that the game is going to be less structured. I think the story is going to be there, but how you approach it is going to be like Breath of the Wild. It's going to be more choose your path, and then you'll go that way until you get it done, and then you can hop to the next story.
I tell you what I'd like to see in the new Xenoblade game, because they're so big. Take a page out of Monster Hunter Rise, ride some of the animals.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You could travel quicker. I would love to see you ride some of the animals.
Oh my god, imagine that. Like, you could give them food and stuff.
That's what I mean.
You could either fight them or train them. Oh my god, that would be such a unique mechanic.
That's what I mean.
For the Xenoblade series, and it would open up so much possibilities. That is a great idea. I really like that.
I would love to see that, because you could travel faster. Because believe me, the Xenoblade games are huge.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to go from one place to another. I mean, if you're traveling, so...
In Xenoblade Chronicles X, it was over 100 miles big. And it took someone over an hour running at top speed non-stop to get to one end to the other.
Well, that's what I mean. Riding animals, I think, would help that. And it'd be a lot of fun.
I also think that they're not going to put in quests where you're far in the game and it's like, oh, well, you can't pass unless you do this. That's one thing that has annoyed people with the first two games, especially the second one. It didn't bother me that much, but, you know, I can understand that bothers some people, and I think they're going to try to fix that.
They probably will.
I also think they're going to put different mythology, not completely, because you got to remember Klaus. Multiple universes. But I also think that because part 1 and 2 are different from each other. Second one was about Klaus brought about the Titans and the blades and everything. I think the new one, you're going to have something new, a new mythology. Life was created, but it's going to be in a different way.
I think so, too.
Xenoblade seems to do a good job of finding new and innovative stories to do, and that's something that it really does better than Final Fantasy.
Yes, much better now.
Yeah, fresh ways to build up your character. You're going to have ways of building up your character to make it quicker to do. It won't shorten the game because the game will be so freaking big, but I think they're going to find some ways to make it a little quicker to build your character up. Balancing the act of pleasing core fans and getting newbies. Smash Brothers made Xenoblade Chronicles 2 explode in popularity. And now the game has passed over 2 million. I think it could hit 2.5 million by the time it's done. Oh, yeah. And Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will probably reach 2.5 million as well. That means Xenoblade's becoming a big franchise for Nintendo. So I think that they're going to try to make it more appealing to newcomers. Don't get mad, core fans. But I also think they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, we got to please those core fans. We got to please the people who really put the hundreds of hours into these great games. I think it's going to be a balancing act. Streamline it a little bit here, but we'll make it a little more challenging for the old school fans here. I don't know how they'll do it because I'm not a game developer.
Honestly, the way what a lot of people are doing, have an easy mode.
Probably, yeah.
Like
Sonic
Colors. Like Sonic Colors, but like in Mario 3D World, if you have the amiibo, you scan it in, you get a white invincible. You could have like a character who's invincible that can help you. It's just for the easy mode only. Something like that, I think.
I think you'll have medium mode for soft-core gamers and old-timers, and then you'll have expert for the ones who really want to pull their hair out. So I think that's what they're going to do. I'm excited. The Xenoblade Chronicles series is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and I cannot wait to see where they go with it next. I'm Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Have a good one. Go big or don't show.